Hello, everybody, and welcome to Warrior Friday. Do you feel like a warrior? I hope so. Um, last week I was told we're not warriors because we're not at war, and it's like, okay, if you want to believe we're not at war, go ahead and believe that. We have freedom of speech. I know we're at war. This is a war of light versus dark, good versus evil. It's total polarization. So we're warriors of the light. I know you're a warrior of the light because you're watching my channel. Today, let me back up. Whenever I'm going to do one of these videos, I meditate. I usually start the night before, and then I meditate again in the morning. And I say, what do my people need to hear? Okay. And my people, I don't mean you're my people. I mean the people that are listening. And this is what I received. Who or what do you give your power to? Think about this. It is a huge question. It's not just a little question. It's a huge question. Who do you give your power to? What do you give your power to? Do you give your power to the mainstream media? Do you give your power to your doctor, your dentist, your chiropractor, your healer, your psychic or tarot reader? Do you give your power to food? Do you give your power to your job, your boss? Do you give your power to Hollywood? There's all these things out on social media and whatever. It's like, if you could just meet with one person, who would it be? If you pick that person, that's the person you give your power to. Okay? Like, who's your favorite movie star? They're your favorite movie star because you give them power. So today's message is take all that power back. It's yours. Stop giving it away to people that aren't supporting you. They don't care about you. Same thing with things. Do you give your power to things? Are you giving your power to this? That's a thing. You're also giving your power away to a company or your doctor. Think for yourself. This is why we came here, so that we could experience everything that we're meant to experience, but also so that we would take in information, analyze it ourselves, chew it around a little bit, and then we make an informed decision ourselves. Ooh, I know this is like rocket science, right? No, it's really not. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Gather the information yourself. If you hear something from someone else, doesn't make it so. And if you retell that story, say, well, I know somebody who said this. Not, well, I know for a fact that, whatever. You don't know for a fact. What you're doing is you're giving your power to that story or to that person who told you the story. For example, all the things that are going on in the world, do I really know they're going on? No. I'm not in a different country. I'm in the middle of Minnesota. I don't know what's really going on over there because I'm not there. I can say, well, I heard from somebody that this is going on there, but that doesn't make it so. A really good example of this is the weather. And we're in Minnesota, so, we have some pretty interesting winters. We'll say interesting. Because one person's harsh winter is another person's, well, usually a snowmobiler's happiness and joy. If one person hears there's a blizzard coming or a bad snowstorm, I'm going to use my mailman as an example because he's famous for this. The mailman hears there's a storm coming, and when he walks his route all day, he's telling everybody, hey, big storm coming, you better, get ready. Go to the grocery store now, whatever it is you've got to do to get ready. What just happened there is he has enlisted a whole bunch of people to believe that there's a snowstorm coming, and a bad one at that. And so what happens is we actually give our power to the weather system, and we may make it worse because we are all energy. And when we give away some of our energy to something like a snowstorm, think about the snowball going down the hill and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. We've all seen this in cartoons. It gets huge at the bottom until it can crush a car, right? That's what we're doing. So stop giving your power away. Just stop. Maybe you want to start by making a list. What and to whom do I give my power? And then let's say you give your power to Aunt Sally. Just do a meditation and call all your power back from Aunt Sally. No, you don't get my power. It's mine. If you give all your power to big stars in Hollywood or big stars in the music world, call your power back. Call your power back. It was yours to begin with. It's yours today. Call it back. Keep in mind, it can be things that you're not even aware of. Like giving me power. I don't want your power. Take your power back from me. Think about those people that you put on a pedestal. Take your power back from them. Doesn't matter if it's Hollywood or music stars or politics or internet influencers, whatever. Take your power back. Okay? Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about today is we're all healers. We are all healers of one kind or another. Okay? We know this. If you're watching my channel, you already know this. This is not new. You can't fix anybody else. Okay? We call ourselves healers, but we are actually facilitators. When you come to me and we have a healing session, I am facilitating you healing yourself. Okay? I hold up a mirror and you heal yourself. Nobody heals another person. It says right in the Bible, physician, heal thyself. This is all about us healing ourselves, opening our eyes. And that means these two right here and this one here. Opening our ears, using all of our senses. But you can't heal other people. And, I talk with a lot of healers. And people are frustrated right now because, I can't get this person to listen to what I have to say. I can't fix this person. Well, guess what? Ooh, I love the light. Guess what? You can't. You cannot heal another person. You cannot fix another person. That person has to fix themselves. And the fact that they're not listening and they're not doing the things that you are offering advice on means they don't want to. They may say they want to, but it's scary to change and they don't want to change. So to all the healers out there, remember, you can't fix another person. So I don't want to say don't even try. Offer the advice. Give the healing session if that's what moves you. But we need to be using discernment. We need to think about, why do I want to do this healing session on them? Is it for money? Is it because it makes me feel good? Because I feel needed? Or is it because I'm trying to help them change their life? Is it because I think I can change their life? We're not enablers, okay? We are not enablers. But having said that, we do tend to enable because we want people to be their best and highest selves. But you have to remember that not everybody wants that, okay? It's really hard for me to say, but this is why there's a lot of healers on break right now. I've been on break for all winter, because I need to focus on myself. And a lot of other healers need to focus on themselves because we wore ourselves out trying to help everybody. And we all need to take that break. You know, when you get to that point where you're like, yeah, I'm not enjoying this right now. It's kind of like a job. That's when it's time to take a break. Okay. If you're just doing it for money, it's not the right reason. A true healer does it because it's the right thing to do. Okay, let's have a card today. I love sitting in the sun right here, by the way. It just feels so good. So, Earth Warriors deck, yay. Today we were given card number 22. It literally popped out of the deck. Now, this is represented by the lion. Dun, dun, dun. It's got the moon phases on it. Now, in the tarot deck, the lion is on the strength card. And in tarot, that's all about facing your fears. So it's usually represented by a young woman with this big, ferocious male lion. And it's all about her facing her fears. And once you face that lion, you know, then you're like, okay, nice kitty, nice kitty. So lion, it's funny because the male lion is the big, ferocious, I call him the bouncer of the pack. He's like the one who's trying to put up the facade that he's like the king of the jungle, right? But we all know it's the female lion that's out there, you know, feeding the family. But he is gorgeous. He's the Fabio of the jungle. And if you don't know who that is, you're too young. So card number 22, that's a master number. So very powerful. This is the universe really hammering home a message. And the name on the card is Ingonyama. Ingonyama. It says honor of the ancient king. So let's see what the book says about card number 22. The ancient king of the Zulu. That's really cool. I just looked up at the timer, and it was 12:22. 1222, and we have card number 22. I love that. Okay, the ancient king of the Zulu brings you an empowering message. You are destined to know and experience what it is to be truly empowered. And I think to be truly empowered, you have to take your power back. So I haven't read this yet, but it's interesting that I had to talk about taking your power back first. Your voice, your courage, your wisdom, and your dignity can create considerable spiritual light, uplifting and inspiring others, guiding them from a place of spiritual truth towards the fulfillment of their own divine potential. If you have been doubting yourself or feeling unworthy of the boldness of your visions, you must allow your spirit to roar, for you shall conquer all obstacles and succeed in your heart's desires. That's a really interesting passage, because I know there are people that come to me and they say, well, this is what I see. This is what my guides told me I'd be doing. Oh my gosh, how do I do that? You're all ready. All of you are ready for the next chapter in your life, whatever that means to you. You have a whole lifetime that has been created for you that sets a foundation for what comes next. So stop thinking you're not ready. This could be a new job. It could be a whole new chapter. I know I have a new chapter of my life coming up, but I don't know what that means. And, you know, at first I was like, well, how do I prepare for that? My guide said, you've been preparing your whole life. You don't need to do anything. When we tell you that it's time, and you'll know exactly what to do. So same for you guys. You'll know exactly what to do, and you're already ready. Now, in last Wednesday's Pick a Stack, one of the stacks was all about preparing for what's to come. Sometimes that just means cleaning your house, getting rid of all that excess clutter. Sometimes it means preparing your heart for a new love. Okay. What that means is you cannot hold this new person accountable for anything that's happened in the past. This is a new person. So it means cut all the cords between you and past experiences, past relationships, past events, past sorrow, past worries, past fears, fear of abandonment, fear of betrayal, fear of loss. Cut cords, clean house. That means clean house spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever you need to do to get ready for that new thing coming in. And, like me, you may not know what that new thing is. I know I have a new chapter coming. I feel it in my very being, in every cell of my body. There's a new chapter coming in my life. And I have no idea what that means. And it's kind of exciting, and some people would say, well, isn't that scary? Like, no, not really, because I'm ready. I just don't know what that means. So if you feel like there's a new chapter coming, and I feel like everybody right now has a new chapter coming, just know that you have everything you need. You have a solid foundation. You've spent your whole life building up to this time. We all have. And that's why these times are so tumultuous, because we are living in a tower moment. The whole world is living in a tower moment because the old tower is crumbling and it's not working anymore. It's fallen apart, and we need to create the new tower. So just know that everything that's happening in your life is happening for a reason. People falling away, new people coming in, maybe a new job, maybe a relocation. A lot of people are moving this year. I know because they come in and tell me. This is a hub for stories. And, I could write a book, but oh my gosh, I'd be writing day and night for years. And I don't want to do that. But if I can share, one story once in a while with somebody where it makes sense and it might help them, then I know I'm doing my thing. So for right now, face your fears. Know that you have everything you need. Reclaim all those bits of power from past relationships and exes. You don't get my power. From family members. We give our family members lots of power. If you are part of twins, you give your other twin a lot of power. You don't even know it, but you do. You have a very, very strong connection, whether it's fraternal or not. But you give your twin a lot of power. Take it back. It's yours. Okay? If you give your parents your power, take it back. It's yours. If you give your children power, take it back. It's yours. You do not need to be giving your power away. That doesn't mean that person is not in our life anymore. It just means you stop giving your power away. We can love without giving away our power. It's just we've been programmed to give away our power, because if we don't have much power, guess what? We're easier to control. Yeah, we don't want that. So I highly suggest you make a list of all the things, places, it can be a place, and people, and whatever that you give your power to. Take it back. One at a time, just take them back. In whatever way works for you. There's no one right way. It's whatever way works for you, okay? You can meditate. You can do a ritual. You can dance naked under the full moon. Whatever works for you, whatever makes you happy, do that, okay? Take your power back. You're going to be amazed at how good you feel. Oh, my guides wanted me to just add one thing. If you give your power away to your medication, take it back. Those daily medications, take it back. When my son Alex was here, he was on a medication, and I remember him saying to me one day, and this was because his other parent got him on this medication against my will, and my son said, yeah, I'll be on this for the rest of my life. Oh, we sat down and had a talk, because he gave his power, his health power, away to the doctor and his other parent when they said, you'll be on this for the rest of your life. You have a choice when somebody says something like that. You take it into your heart or not. My brother broke his back years ago, and the doctors told him he'd never walk again. And he basically flipped him off and started seeking alternative health clinics. And he walks with a walker. And he was driving race cars with hand controls. He adjusted himself to fit this new version of him. He didn't just go, yeah, fine, I'll never walk again. I might as well just, stay at home until I die. He didn't do that. So he's one of those people that, he didn't take it in here. He didn't. He just went, well, that's one way to look at it, but that's not the way I'm going to look at it. I'm not going to give you my power. So we have options. You can take it into your heart or not. We can give away our power or not. You make the choice. And you make the best choice for you, whatever works for you. And to take your power back, you make the choice. And you do what's right for you. Anybody that tells you you have to do something a certain way, no. That's the way that works for them. I'm a firm believer in you do it the way that works for you. Okay? As long as you're doing it with the light, with spirit, God, creator, source, with your spirit guides that live in the light, with your ancestors that live in the light, with angels and archangels that live in the light. Whatever works for you, do it with the light. All right, so that's today's message. I just looked up, it's 22 minutes. So we had card number 22. I looked up at 12:22 and now it's 22 minutes. So apparently today is being brought to you by the number 2. I love you guys. Have a fabulous day. Enjoy this beautiful sunshine. It's freaking cold here, but you know what? We've got the sunshine, so let's take it. I send you blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, lots of 2s. Keep it positive. You deserve it all, and you are worthy of it all. Mwah. I love you. Have a blessed day.